Greetings, 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 BlaXit family. It's Juliet here again. How are you? I hope you're well. And I know what to say in my greeting now in Wolof. And it's Naka Bichet B. I still get my tongue around it. Naka Bichet B, which is greetings in the afternoon to you, or hello, or how was the afternoon, or how's the afternoon treating you. So, the BlaXit family, I know you might have seen the news about some large company, and should I say Thomas Cook, sorry, slip of the tongue there, actually folding, and they are one of the carriers that come to the Gambia. And I know you might be a little bit concerned about coming to Gambia, or your holiday. What I've got to tell you is this: there are other carriers which come to the Gambia. There's Titan Airlines, there's Vueling, there's Iberia Air, there's Brussels Air, there's Ethiopia Air. So if you want to come to Gambia, there's a way. And also there's plenty of places for you to stay. There's beautiful hotels all the way from, camping like 2-star all the way to 5-star. So, you're still welcome and still come. Don't worry about what's happening there, but still come here, come home. So I just wanted to alleviate that fear from you. But why am I here today? Talking about the news. The news is media, it carries news. Someone says something, you hear about it, and then it goes into the news, and there might be an interview about it, then it goes on the TV, you hear about it, or maybe even YouTube, like one of our channels here, like BlaXit. And give thanks to Rhoda Maya, for setting us up with this channel, because it really is important that we keep on. So before I even get into the message today about how important our narrative is in our media and how we portray Africa is, I'd like to say thank you to everybody that has donated. And in my next vlog, I'm actually going to list all your names and say thank you. Thank you to everybody that's given us a donation, because it's helping us to continue to film and to invite guests and to go on location, pay for transport, and the usual costs associated with running a channel. So I just wanted to say thank you. But what am I going to talk about today? I'm talking about our own narrative. I'm talking about our own voice. I'm talking about us having control of our own media to show Africa in the way which is true and also accurate. And I think accuracy is very important, because I've seen Africa on TV on numerous channels and big stations and established institutions. When I was working and living in England, when I saw Africa on the TV depicted by the BBC, it wasn't the Africa that I see, the Africa that I live in today. So, in saying that, why am I talking about that? Because I was contacted recently by www.forgambia.com and said that they would like me to answer some questions for them. Now, as I said before, I think having our own narrative and our own media is crucial and very important. So therefore, I'm going to answer their questions. They sent them to me by WhatsApp. So to show you that I listen to you and I understand where you're coming from, I'm actually going to go into my phone right now, and I'm going to answer the questions that they've asked me. And so that is www.forgambia.com. Thank you for your questions. And they talked about the importance of having our own website, carrying our own news about Africa, and I think that's important. Whether BBC is going to say there's a coup in Ghana, and Ghana is going to say, oh, it's just a few guns and a few, unruly youths, whose narrative do you listen to? The BBC who say it's a coup, or do you listen to the Ghana government who say, oh, it's just a few unruly youths? It's about us having control over what the world hears. So in answer to their first question, the first question is, and I'm just going to look down because I'm reading it off my phone, what do you think Gambians and people of African origin living in the West are missing or losing seeing that, because I've seen both worlds. So basically what he's saying to me is, what do I think the West is losing, or what do I think, for example, Gambia is losing? Well, the first thing that we're losing out on in the West and also in Gambia is reparations. I'm not going to say it again, I am going to say it again, that's not true because I keep on saying it, and I've been saying and shouting and screaming about reparations for years. I've been on TV, or whether it's Channel 4 in the front cover of the Evening Standard, or whether it's on RT, I've been complaining. What is Africa losing out on? Africa is losing out on vital resources that should be coming back to Africa. Africa is losing out on those important artifacts that are sitting in European museums that they're gaining money from. When people pay to go into these museums and they're gaining entry off of African artifacts which were taken without permission. And also, what about the people that were taken without permission? I'm actually, you know, the legacy of slavery because I came via the diaspora. So where's my compensation? And also, what can we gain? We can gain our taxes back because, like I said, we've been paying taxes here not in Africa. In Europe, we've been paying taxes as diasporians to the government, the British government, in compensation to slave owners. And I keep complaining about it. I want my taxes back. I want a tax rebate. I should never have been paying taxes to compensate for slave owners. So that's one of the things that we can gain, and that's one of the things that UK can lose. In terms of Africa, what can it gain? It can gain from all of us coming home, bringing our investments and bringing our money. Very important. Bring in our investments and bring in our money. We need to be paying our taxes into this economy. This is what is crucial. We need to be paying our money into the country that we come from, where we originate. That is what we can do. If we can start building up the African economy in the same way that the European economy has been built up, then we can benefit. So these are the two things. If there are other benefits, you talk to me about European education. European education is already in Africa, and there's already African-centered education in Africa too. If you ask me about a wider and more substantial, if you like, let's say variety of subjects that can be studied in institutions of higher education here, well, why not? That can come, but that can also come as part of a reparations package or an exodus package. What else can we have here in the Gambia? We can have, I think, a closer relationship with the diaspora. And I think that network of working with the diaspora is very, very important. So at this stage, that's what I see. Also, technology. African technology, which has been taken from Africa and been used in Europe and in America to benefit those countries, that technology can also come back home in order to benefit Africa. What I love about Africa, and I'm talking about it as a continent, it's a peace-loving continent with peace-loving people. And I believe that can be an export to Europe. The friendliness of the people can be exported to Europe. The humanity of the people here on the continent can be exported to Europe. The understanding of what it is to be family and to be social and to be happy can be exported to Europe. So I think there are a lot of social nuances and mores that are here in Africa can be exported to Europe. Now, what in Europe can be exported here? Fish and chips, no, I can get those. PG tips, no, I can get those. Okay, I'll come back to you on that one. I'll go to question 2. Let's have a look at question 2. So question 2 says, let's have a look. Sorry, I have to keep going into my phone. So question 2, are people in England happier and less stressed than Gambians? Well, that's a no-brainer, honestly. People in England are miserable and they're cold like the weather. Yeah, they're grey like the weather too. And in fact, you have more people. Actually, it's actually logged. It's a fact. If you go into and you research any mental health information about the UK, you'll find that there are actually more registered mental health care users in the UK than there are in Africa. So there's something to be said about the sunshine. There's also something to be said about the coconut trees and the happy smiling faces on the smiling coast of Gambia. It says, who genuinely smile more in the streets than the offices, the jobs, the stores and the supermarkets? That's a no-brainer. Definitely Gambia. I have never smiled so much in my life. Without a doubt, everybody here, regardless of whether they have or they don't have, they're happier. And I think, you know, that's just a sentiment to the nature of the people here. They're warm, and they're loving people and loving people. I can't describe it in any other words. Number 3, describe the sense of community. Oh, I think I just pinned this one. The sense of community and interpersonal relation with regards to both worlds based on your own experience. Okay, so you pinned this to me. This is for the channel www.gambia.com, and that's for FOR. You've really pinned this on me. Well, firstly, the interpersonal relations that you have with people on a day-to-day basis, that people actually say hello to you, they greet you. In England, I didn't find that. I could walk a whole day without anybody saying hello to me. You don't have that personal interaction. In fact, everybody just looks their way. And, you know, I was on the street one day and I smiled, said hello to someone, and I said, do I know you? No. So what are you talking to me for? Just thought I'd say hello. So yeah, we lost that. We've lost that connectivity. We've lost that warmness. In England, you sit on the train, you know, you go to train on the tube, you're like this on the tube, you don't want to touch anybody, you're squeezing out because it's packed in the morning, you're trying not to touch anybody, and you're still squeezing out, and then you go down the escalator, you know, and it's quite, if you like, a very lonely and isolated existence. There's not a sense of community. I didn't feel a sense of community. Even when you go clubbing, or even when you go out to a social event, you still don't feel a sense of unity in terms of that feeling of warmness. And if it is, it's within small pockets. It's like in silos. Everybody works within silos. Whereas here, I can be driving my son to school and I'm saying hi to people as I'm walking, as I'm driving along. As I get to the school, everybody says hello to me. When my son was in school, I don't think I hardly knew any of the parents. I only knew a handful, and most of those were black because most of the white parents didn't even talk to us. So that's the kind of exclusion that you get. So I hope I've answered your questions, and we'll post this, but I want everybody to go to their website and please contribute. I'll be contributing to their website in the Pan-African section. I'll be writing an article about life here in Gambia. I'm hoping to contribute at least once a month. So please keep checking the website and getting updates. But they publish current news about Africa, and they're lovely. They're actually based in the States, and so they're missing home and they want to come home too. So, you know, I just want to say thank you for asking me the questions. I've answered them. I'm done. And BlaXits, all BlaXit families, BlaXit viewers and subscribers, just want to thank you once again. And BlaXit donors, I'm going to give you a very special thank you. And if you haven't given us a donation, you can go to PayPal. I've set up the Patron, but I haven't put it on yet. But you can go to PayPal and you can make a donation via our email address, which you'll see in the description below. And that's BOP Collective, BOP Collective @yahoo.com. But like I said, it's in the description below. So please comment, have a look at their website for me. Come back and make a comment and let them know that you've been there. You know, send them a message or an email or something, because it's about time we owned our own narrative and we told our own stories about Africa, because this is our continent, this is our home, and these are our people. So one love, BlaXit family. Peace out.